10 strangers, one night, one bar. Every stranger interacting with each other, and a lot of love in the air. Or looking for love in all the wrong places. What is going on, guys? I am talking Mixology, and you can find this on Netflix. So if you ever want to check out the series, which I highly recommend already, to watch this 13 episode, one season series of this actually fun comedy. I mean, it's just really fun. It's a really fun series overall. I mean, like I said, 10 strangers. We meet Casey, who's a waitress. She's hooking up with the bartender Dominic in first glance. We meet Maya, who is this like sports kind of lawyer type chick who just gets with all pro athletes, and she never really is in a long-term relationship, so to speak. She feels like she needs to really be with a man, man. We also have Jessica, who is looking for an online date, who happens to be the guy from Date Night, Ron. His name is Ron, and his real name is Adam Campbell. But yes, she's meeting her online date, Ron, who's British, and he's like a little bachelor type fellow. We also have Bruce, who is a ginger. He's a ginger, but he's the guy that you have in, that group of guys that thinks he knows everything and calls you out on everything and says, why are you doing it this way, this and that. That's him. We also have Liv, who's Maya's friend, and Liv is getting married. She's not very adventurous. She's very quirky and very ditzy, but she's an adorable woman. I could just say that. Then we also have Tom, who is just really a nice overall guy. Just too nice. He's a pushover. He just got done with his ex-fiance. He got dumped. He got divorced, so he's at the bar with his buddy Bruce, who's the ginger, and his other buddy Cal, who is pretty much, he's a cool guy, and he has a thing for the waitress Casey. And then we also meet I think her name's Fabian. She's best friends with Jessica. She used to be in Paris, now she's back in the hometown, so they run into each other and they spend the night with each other. Besties back at it again, because it's been a while since they saw each other. So all these group of characters, they all have a certain backstory. They all have looking for love some way or another, except Dominic. He seems like to be plowing through everybody he meets. And what's crazy about this series is it's a lot of twists and turns. There's a lot of things that, and there's a lot of hookups. Not a lot of hookups, but a lot of flirtation, a lot of signs where, it's going to go this way. No, what's going on? These two characters are now interacting, so it might go that way. So if you love kind of a guess of what might happen, it left me guessing throughout. It left me guessing till the very end, which you want in a series like this. And the comedy is very top notch. It's very funny. It's very in your face. I mean, there's one joke. There's this one, Bruce. I think Bruce really steals it with all his jokes and stuff, and how he really just tells you what it is, the rules of the bar, the rules of how to get a woman to go back to your place. He has this thing called double agent, which is, he calls it double Asian. He has the anchor baby. The anchor baby was hilarious. If you don't know what an anchor baby is, it's basically leaving a little bit of a drink at the bar so you can have an excuse to go talk to the woman you were talking to earlier. So, I mean, it's just overall comedy. A lot of situations that they get into are pretty funny. And it's funny because a lot of situations in the series all takes place in one night, in one bar. And you think this night is going on forever. But you're so entertained by the fact of who these characters are and what their personalities are like. I mean, because Bruce is he's definitely out there. Tom he's definitely the sissy lala, so to speak. And so is Maya. Maya is very out there too. So you're already just trying to see, this one is talking to this one, but she's actually better off with this character. So it's really a romantic comedy, so to speak, but It's really good. It's really fantastic. I really did enjoy the series a lot. It was recommended to me from a friend, so I checked it out. And some of the bar just rules of the game is so hilarious. And because Jessica is a character who knows all the tricks of the trade. She even calls Bruce out on it. She's like, "You left the anchor baby there. I know, the famous anchor baby. I get it." I mean, and then you have Maya, who says a lot, dealing with a lot of the relationships as well, like Tom's relationship. Maya calls him on that. I mean, just a lot of just in your face, kind of realistic advice if you think about it, and a lot of things that we do in life if you go to a bar. But it's just like you got to get a booth. You got to get a booth for your ladies. You know, you got to have like that whole group. It makes it more fun, this and that. So it's so funny. And then I remember I recognized Casey from Stick It, and boy, has she gotten fine. And every woman in this series is fine. They're pretty hot. I mean, Maya is gorgeous. I think she gets mistaken for a prostitute in this series, but she is so fine. And a lot of people, like a lot of characters I really like, but I think the favorite is Casey is one of them. She's so ditzy. I do love Liv. Liv, when she gets drunk, is hilarious. Bruce is one of my favorites because he's one. I think I might be one of that guy just talking a lot of shit and shit. But Bruce backs it up, man. He actually gets some fine ass women just like Kel does. And what a great thing it does in the series is they explain, like, okay, the narration. It could be either character. It could be Bruce. It could be Cal. It could be anybody who's narrating, who says, "Oh yes, this is actually, if you guys know, Maya and Tom are perfect for each other." And then later on, they could say, "Oh no, they're actually not perfect to each other." And then they show like their glimpses of their life or what they do and why they're perfect and why they're not perfect. That's not necessarily saying Maya and Tom is like that. I'm just giving an example of what it is. Like they'll say Bruce and Jessica are actually really compatible, but then later on say no, it's not going to work. They're not really very compatible. So it's an example. It's not really what happens in the series. So, and I think it leaves a good, satisfying ending. I wish there was a little bit more, but there's a little bit of twists and turns at the end as well. So this comedy is really great. It's not insult humor. It's really just humor of the trick of the trade kind of humor, where you really understand some of the things that these characters are doing and what they're saying and how they're trying to get with somebody. And you do love the aspect of every character interacts with each other somehow, some way throughout the night. And I think Mixology does such a fantastic job in that. If you like, I don't want that crude humor is like The League and Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but it's very entertaining. You enjoy all the little conversations they have, especially with their kind of humor, the conversation kind of humor. That's the same as Mixology, but yeah, it's not crude or anything like that. Sometimes it is, but not really necessarily all the time. But the things they talk about, it's just hilarious. The things they do is hilarious. The acting is really good. The bar itself is actually it's actually a fantastic way to do one series in just one location, because they tend to go out of the bar too and come back, but they always come back to the bar, and at least for a lot of laughs, because all in one night, it's just one crazy big night, and it's actually very enjoyable to watch. And you're going to want to watch this from beginning to end, because you want to know what happens to these characters, who ends up with who, and overall what is those overall what you just enjoy it. What can I say? You just enjoy it. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please comment below. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. If you've seen the series, it is on Netflix, so if you want to check it out, go ahead. Also, like the video if you like it, and please subscribe. Would really appreciate it. It would bring joy to my heart. And remember, if you really want to talk to that girl again, just leave an anchor, baby. I'm Dan the Man, aka Daniel's son, and I am out.